You know, they fear anybody. So one by one, Naira Marley, do you think he's guilty of MohBad's demise? Or
No,
in MohBad's
demise?
100%. So
100% is not.
Naira Marley is innocent.
Yes.
MohBad's dad, guilty or innocent?
100% is not.
100% innocent. MohBad's wife, guilty or
She's
not?
complicit. She's complicit.
She's complicit.
Yes.
Sam Larry, guilty or innocent?
It is not. 100% is not guilty.
100% innocent.
It's not guilty. It's not even. It's not in the. What's it called? In the whole situation.
Okay.
On
Nurse,
what we are talking about.
Nurse, guilty or not?
Oh yeah, she is complicit. She is negligent. She's not a nurse, by the way. She's a quack, and she may go.
Is it confirmed? Is that confirmed?
No, she's a quack. Yeah, she's a quack. Confirmed.
Okay.
Even her mom, when they interviewed her mom, the mom was making some comment like, "Oh, loko, is she a nurse? You don't go and learn the work of a nurse." So the mom said that. So that's really, because in this kind of case, a lot of Nigerians have to remember that in solving this kind of issues, you cannot be emotional. You have to be rational. And I am always rational for the most part. When I get emotional, I tell myself, Ayo, you cannot be emotional when you're thinking about some certain things. So it gives me a clear chain of thought. So for the nurse, because the case has not been taken to court yet, it's not if there have been no court proceedings, so we can talk about it. Immediately it goes into court, then anything we say is going to be prejudice.
Yeah.
And they can call us in and
you don't want to perjure yourself.
So now we can really talk about it because it's not a court case yet.
So we're all just speculating anyway.
Yes. So for the nurse, she'll go in for manslaughter. And manslaughter, I think in Nigerian's law, I think it's at least 5 years or something like that.
At least 5 years found guilty.
Yeah, at least 5 years manslaughter. Yeah. So we were talking based on the law.
Allegedly.
We have the documents. We read these documents every day. So we are not trying to be emotional here. So Nigeria, Daddy, please let me say something here. We as Nigerians.
Hold on, before you say anything, double click the screen if you are watching on TikTok. Double click the screen if you are watching on TikTok. And guys, if you are abroad, buy direct from USA.com. Buy your stuff from the US, bring them to Nigeria. Accessories, clothes, perfumes, whatever it is you want from the USA, you can shop online in the USA and get those stuff delivered to you in Nigeria, especially if you can't afford the high rate of tickets needed to travel and the amount of money you spend in dollars. Just shop online, buy direct from USA.com. Cars, car parts, accessories, electronics, watches, clothes, caps, t-shirts, shoes, whatever you want, buy direct from USA.com. Do check it out. Bongolee, in 1 minute, you guys wanted to say something. Yeah, go ahead.
Bongolee, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Do we know who took MohBad to the quack, or who brought the quack to MohBad?
Well, according to all of the conversations that have been on air, they said it was the manager or somebody like that, or a friend that invited the nurse. The nurse was in Cotonou. They waited for the nurse for 2 days. Then she came from Cotonou to come and administer. Because
MohBad refused to go to the hospital.
Yes, that is directly.
That's the narrative
from the mom of the nurse. So I hold that with so much credibility because she said she was the one that took her daughter to the police station and the daughter has been detained. Now let's look at it also. I'm glad I brought up the word detained. If we are fighting for true justice, Naira Marley and Sam Larry should be out of detention today. After 21 days. What is holding them back today? The nurse also should also be out and maybe put on some bail conditions if we are fighting for true justice. That's why I said a lot of us Nigerians, we don't know what true justice means. We don't know what true freedom means. We just think from an oppressive and an oppressed standpoint.
Not charged. Shouldn't you be released on bail if you're not charged yet?
Yes. No. If we as Nigerians don't emancipate ourselves from this oppressive nature, will not transcend to where we're supposed to be. Daddy Freeze. A lot of us in Nigeria, is not like we're against oppression. No. It's just because we are not the ones oppressing other people. I'll give a classical example. A report came out last week that I think there are 50,000 slots for new police officers to be brought into the police. About 280-something thousand people applied. Did you read the comments in the blogs? They said, look at these ones. They want to go and oppress people. They are the ones that want to oppress other people. Look at them. That is the mentality of Nigerians. When you join the police or the army or the navy or paramilitary, we think we want to do that so we can oppress other people. We like scapegoating people. We have, okay, you talk about recordings and all of that stuff. There was a recording of MohBad and his partner now. And he was saying the same thing that he said about Naira Marley, that people are holding to us, have been Naira Marley or whatever it is.
Yeah, he also said something similar about his family. Like if anything happens to him, they should hold his family, something of that nature.
No. He said that he told his partner that if anything happens, that you will not escape my family or something like that, or you can't wipe out my own family.
Yeah, something like that.
He said that to her, that in the recording, that even if she takes him out, that she cannot take his whole family out. A lot of us are seated here talking about this family. Our own families have worse situations than that of MohBad, late MohBad. We all come here online and come and talk about this. The father is this, the mother is this, the woman is this. But in our own families, we are in a worse situation. Oh, if we hear our own story.
People just look for scapegoat, you know, they need someone to blame. And unfortunately, they always like to point fingers.
Some people will come and throw some funny narratives, and we all go with those narratives. When do we sit down as a people and really think these things through? Sit down. Oh, sorry, Bongolee, stop hating on ladies. Ewa, be gold, whatever your name
what
is.
What does that have to do with this conversation? Just ignore that person.
No. Respectfully, no, I'm not throwing shades at. I don't abuse people or insult people. One thing I want to say is I am pro-women if you know me. You don't know me as a person. I am pro-women or pro-woman. But I'm pro-woman based on merit. The way I will talk about men is the way I will talk about women. I even support women more. So for you to come here, you don't know me from Adam. I don't know you. I've never seen you before. And then you say that I'm always against women. How do you mean?
Some people, their smartphone is smarter than them. Sorry to say.
At the end of the day, there's already a study that a lot of people that follow celebrities and their gossips and just worship and adore some people, they have low cognitive ability. It's fact. There is a study out there and it is fact. And we are trying to emancipate people from thinking that way. A lot of these people that are giving these funny narratives are doing this for their selfish gains. We are seeing what they are using these things to do now. Yeah. They are making money, they are creating fame and all of that out of this.
Oh, people are cashing out with this MohBad. People have made a lot of money.
Smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the coffee. Do you know that?
Bongolee, next question. Do we have a timeline to the autopsy? Have they said anything? Is there a timeline?
To me, I hope that the police doesn't talk about it. Nobody talks about it. Maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, next month, they just come out and tell us this is all that happened and they take people to court. It's none of my business.
That is what I said this day. I was like, is it even the police role to be telling us civilians on investigations? Do we need to know? UK, they don't do this. There's something called data protection and all. But we want to know everything. We want the police to be addressing you every day. There's no country that does that except Nigeria. And our online people, we want to know everything. Police are doing their investigation, but we want them to be telling us the play-by-play. Like, who does that?
Now, this is the narrative. If they don't do that, then they will come and say, oh, they are trying to cover up. If we're even trying to
you
cover
can never
up,
win.
if we're even trying to cover up here, the person we should also be looking at critically is the partner. Because according to report, they say the partner's mom is a retired police officer. Look at where I even have a bigger issue. The coroner's inquest that was done, MohBad's father spoke, and maybe MohBad's friend, late MohBad's friend spoke. Who should be the first person to be speaking, if not the person that was closest to him?
Absolutely.
This thing, we should be thinking this thing straight and thinking this thing through. It should be MohBad's partner that should be the first person to talk before anybody. I don't know why people are not seeing these things the way I'm seeing it, and some other people are seeing it. I just don't understand.
It's also possible that she could have been advised not to say anything, because whatever she says, people will pick it apart and still blame her for something.
Now, one thing I give to her, she's very well counseled. Maybe because her mom was or is in the police force. Because remember, immediately that thing happened, she's young. She's 24 years or 25 years. Immediately she started typing online. She started typing online. So that means she was communicating. People were not, she was communicating. Then all of a sudden, money started coming in from every angle. Money started, some people were raising money. So let's be quiet. While they focus and distract, and they move the distraction to some other people, Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and all these other people. And also, remember, I am not saying that Naira Marley, Sam Larry, the wife, I'm not saying anybody is guilty or innocent here. I know that the priest has some direct questions, but I am not saying, I'm not the law court. Tomorrow, the results can come out, and some other things, it can be another thing. But what I'm saying here is, they are distracting us. Wake up. They made money. Some people made money out of this. Some people got political relevance out of this.
Yeah.
I hope this lady sues me. Let them come and sue me. Bongolee has money. Bring it on. Bongolee knows the constitution. Bongolee knows criminal acts. Bring it on. You want to sue me? Bring it on. Bring it on.
What are they going to sue you for?
A lot of money were made. A lot of money were made. There was a lot of distraction. So let's be quiet while that is going on. Then they wanted an answers part 2 or part 3. The people that were pushing this narrative. There's one person that stopped an uprising in this country, and I'm calling his name for the first time. Very dark black man. Very dark black man should be worshipped and adored in Nigeria, because he stopped what will have become a political uprising. I will explain to everybody. When this
I wouldn't exactly say, hold on, let me just say something. Sorry, I wouldn't exactly say worshipped. I believe he's done a good job, and I believe he has a lot of advantages, but I also advise that he changes the way he talks to people. He is a little too harsh and a little too condescending. But in everything else, I agree. If not for him, they probably would have burnt Naira Marley. If not for him, and needlessly so.
Daddy Freeze. You're saying somebody is harsh, you.
No. He can be a bit, but let me tell you, I give it up to him. He did a good job. I just think he has taken it a little bit too far now that he's quarreling with or fighting with the I think he should just calm down a little. But I'm not going to take that away from you. What is it called? Bongolee. I agree with you 100%. If not for him in this case for don't get a very bad end where we for not like.
Daddy Freeze, let me say this here. This is your platform. When I mean worship, I don't mean they should, whatever. There are some things he does that I don't support. However, I'm looking at very dark black man on this case. I am not looking at him outside of this case. Outside of this case, he does his own thing. He's an adult, he's responsible for that.
Yeah.
But based on the subject matter, that guy should be thanked, because if you look at some certain blogs and some certain individuals, they brought Naira Marley, Sam Larry, they link it to Sanwo-Olu. After linking it to Sanwo-Olu, they link Sanwo-Olu to the presidency. Are you seeing it? And then on this blog, they started posting political things. They started releasing videos of, oh, these people are political thugs, blah, blah, blah. Then the government had to respond to them. That was not enough. And then they said, hey, we are going to go out and go and protest. It was on this Daddy Freeze's platform that somebody said that they should do jungle justice on Naira Marley. It was on a Saturday. I was on that live. Daddy Freeze screamed, say, no, no, no. See, me, I saw what they were doing. But me, I don't want to get involved. I don't get involved in those kind of, when it comes to socioeconomic and political issues, socioeconomic, political issues, environmental and all that stuff, I will get involved. But when it comes to all those other ones, no. But I could see what they were doing. They are showing their power. Then they said, you know what, we are going to go out on this certain day. And thousands of people responded. Do you know the meaning of that? When you can sit down in the comfort of your home and say 1,000 people, 10,000 people go out and go and protest. Go out and go and do candlelight. Go out and a lot of people don't understand the meaning of influence in Nigeria.
So they literally weaponized. They weaponized the situation and politicize it as well.
Yes, but then you remember they now started saying government come out and speak. Government spoke. Obaile Gushi denied them. Then Very Dark Black Man now started. Look at what they are doing. People came out. People got injured. They wanted to keep the momentum going. Then that thing did not work. Then they did not. They stopped talking about it. Don't you people understand? They stopped talking about it immediately. Then they focused on bullying Very Dark Black Man. A faceless blog released a nude picture of Very Dark Black Man. Isn't that cyberbullying?
I know. Tell me about it. I saw that. I was like, what?
Released the nude pictures of Very Dark Black Man. Isn't that faceless blog? So they're supposed to sue that faceless blog. I don't understand how we do things in this country.
But that was weird on another level.
So this is what they do. They will suppress you once he has given a different narrative. But they can't come for me because I'm well educated. If you come, you cannot come for me. I will come for you. I'm not trying to make this about me. But when I speak based and according to the law. A lot of us open our eyes. Let's see what these people are doing. Now they will change the narrative. Now, when Very Dark Black Man says one thing in the morning, in the evening, they bring a sympathy video. They work on your emotions. These people are manipulating people. They are manipulating us. Be watching the back and forth going on. Well, enough of talking about Very Dark Black Man. All I want to tell people is think with our heads. Start thinking. Just like religion, for example, where the most religious countries that pray the most are the poorest. Let's start thinking for ourselves. I pray to Almighty God that they find MohBad and his family find true justice. I'm rooting for his father because I can understand where the father is coming from. I pray that he finds the peace of mind that he's looking for as a father. I pray for his partner, Madam Wumi, if she's watching me wherever she is. I pray also that she finds that justice. And I pray also for MohBad's mom and his family and his managers and everybody, because food has left their mouths.
That's deep.
We all don't know. And it could be, like I always say, the true justice for MohBad is say no to drugs. I can't emphasize that.
So let us end it here.
Let me just add one thing.
A little later because I need to run.
You can run, but let me just say one sentence. Once everything is clear and people like Naira Marley are clear of any wrongdoing, I think Naira Marley, I will encourage him to sue anybody who wants to sue.
Oh, you will. Oh, you will. Oh, you will. Oh, you will. Oh, you will.
There's some people deserve to be sued.
Do you know in the clubs in America, they tell us not to play Naira Marley songs in the clubs? I don't play Naira Marley songs in the club.
What?
I'm saying it here on Daddy Freeze's program. I dare not play songs at the club. The only one that I'll play is Abikin Perexi. I will cut it. That's all. I will only put the intro, then go back to the Whiskey's part. I don't play Busiswa. I'm coming. I don't play none of that.
Daddy Freeze, you remember I sent you a video of a guy that
Let me
looks like
run.
Naira Marley.
When I come back
That
later
looks
on
like
tonight, we'll talk
Marley.
about this. Yes. I
That's
think we're going to
easy.
continue this conversation later on tonight.
All right.
Bongolee, thank
All
you
right.
so much.
All right.
Much.
Thank you,
Thank you
Thank
so much,
everyone.
everybody.